Your heart guide is your companion, your compadre, your inner compass. And when you strengthen that heart mind connection, you gain a sharper intuition and open up the channel for your higher guide to communicate. But what if I told you your higher guide can actually help you create a vision board, laying out a mosaic of the things you desire most, and then guiding you on the pathway to get those things? We often hear about the law of manifestation, right? You desire something, you visualize it, combine it with the expectation that you'll have it, and then you start taking action towards those things that will shift the probabilities of you getting them heavily in your favor. Well, having your higher guide along with you for this process will help you avoid many of the pitfalls and detours people often get stuck on this journey, on their path to receiving their highest timeline. I recently created a vision board for myself after watching another YouTuber, Sho Namoto, who has a really cool video on creating a vision board and had a really good idea about making your vision board and then saving it as the background on your phone. I thought that was really interesting because how many times do you open your phone in a day, right? Hundreds of times. And what happens is when we're looking at our phone, we're subconsciously programming ourselves. So why not program ourselves for the things that we want most? So what I did is I started channeling, and I've talked about this in another video about how making this connection with the higher guide can be incredibly powerful to envision our whole future based on the decisions we're making today. Because higher guides, they can see what the future is ahead of us based on the actions, intentions that we're doing right now. They can see the whole completeness of the journey, even though we can only see the first or second steps. So, how would you go about creating a vision board with your higher guide? First of all, you need to know what you want. Higher guides can respond accurately to the degree of which you have clarity around your desires. You can't kind of want something, you must know what you want. And so, first of all, start at the end. What exactly do you want? Where do you want to live? What type of home do you want? Do you like cars? Do you have many cars? What other objects do you like? Who may you be with if you're single? Or if you're in a long term relationship, how do you envision your family together? Knowing exactly what you want at the end is going to help your guide in drawing out the pathway and the steps that you will need to take to get there. Now, I've had subconscious things in my mind of things that I always wanted, but I didn't start deliberately thinking about this until I started putting my mosaic together. I created something a while ago called the reality reflection exercise. And what this does is it's the ideal in present tense day of what your future reality will look like, the things that you will have. And so I envision myself in the home, waking up in my dream home, going out to my yard, my beautiful garden, what my family looks like, my two dogs. Right now I have one German Shepherd, but I want to have two. And this was all included in my reality reflection exercise that I meditate on every day. Even more effective than that, though, is turning these things into visual, pictorial, picture elements and putting them on a mosaic. So what I did is I took that idea and I went on Pinterest, I went on Google, I found images of things that I really liked, how I really envisioned those things to be. And we're blessed in this day and age to have the internet where we can find exactly the thing we want, what it would look like. Even with AI programs, for example, if you can't find the image you're looking for, go check out some AI programs and maybe create something that you envision. So once you have your mosaic done, now it's time to channel. Find a comfortable place, sit down. The first thing you'll want to do after you create your mosaic is you'll want to, in the way you know best, enter your trance state to connect with your higher guides. This may mean doing a meditation. For you, this may mean walking through the woods. Everybody has a different way of connecting with these higher levels of consciousness. I also made another video talking about the 12 different ways people can access higher consciousness and higher guides. Then once you've entered this trance state, now it is time to call on your guide. Call on your higher guide to help you and ask them in the next 6 months, what are the two things you could do to move towards this reality, to move towards your ideal reality on your vision board, and listen. And once you have the answers, ideally you want to have a tape recorder or something you can record it down, because oftentimes messages from your higher guides can come very quickly as they're trying to calibrate their vibration to yours. And it can almost seem like a dream sometimes when you snap out of the trance. Oftentimes, the downloads that you got will sort of dissolve or begin to become more vague. And so, in that moment, having a little tape recorder can be very handy, or having a journal where you can write things down can be really helpful. And do this over and over and over again over a period of months. And you will see you start to get guidance. I have a hire guide journal where every time I channel, I write down the very things that my hire guide suggested I do. It's been really incredible over the last 6 months just listening into this intuitive download through my heart mind connection. I'm able to see the steps that I need to take, almost like a flashlight revealing in the dark the next steps that I need to take to get towards this ideal reality. Your higher guides will have a very clear understanding of what you want after you completed the vision board because you thought about it so intently, and then you turned it into something physical, and then you put it on your phone, which you subconsciously connect with multiple times a day. This will give your guides incredible clarity of where you want to go in your life. And so, try this exercise out, my friends. Put it down in the comments below if you built a vision board, if you have it saved as your phone background. And until next time, friends, peace.